What up, Rotters? You know who it is. You know what time it is. Your boy Savage, aka Sev Cisneros. You tuning in to Sev Lokes Hotels 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. Before I start this video, let me make this clear. I'm not promoting gang life, gang culture. I'm just telling the testimony, giving life experiences, shining some light on the Denver Metro. So with that being said, let's get to this video. And in this video, it comes from the comment section. The homie Hector Sanchez and the homie Aloe X. Now, they asked me to do similar content. The homie Hector Sanchez said, I know you're not an Odie, but do you have any Odie stories content-wise? The homie Aloe X said, pretty much, he's seen my videos talking about when the Eastside Odies got into it with the Quintas Lomas from the Northside. He told me to elaborate on it. What was that about? I kind of broke it down in that other video. So, let me get to this video. If you don't know who the Odies are, pretty much every Denver fool's going to know who the Odies are because they've created an identity for themselves. You know, they got a name for being, you know, an active Eastside Mexicano hood, Chicano hood. And I'm going to say it like this, man. Their main rivals, Chicky 30s, right? Before the early 2000s, even up to like 2003, 4, they didn't really have a hatred towards Crips. Yes, people are territorial, but there was not really a war. There was not really a hatred. And one of the big reasons why is because there's an old school hood out here called Dog City Crips from Trey 7 also. Chaos, OG Chaos, he has brothers that are Odies. They lived under the same roof, right? They did business together. They had relationships together, like their family. So there wasn't really a hatred towards Crips, you know. That came later down the road. And one big reason why that kicked off and the Odies got a real hatred towards Crips because one of the Dog City Crips, he ended up smoking one of the Odies. And you got to understand this. They don't really have a hatred. They're doing business. So it kind of domino affected into, damn, we were cool with these fools. And, you know, they end up killing one of our homies. And that's where the hatred really kicked off. Not only that, this fool that killed one of the Odies, he gets hammed up, but he's glorifying it. He's gloating about it. And they don't really have beef before this. So that's where really the hatred kicked up. The Odies really didn't focus in on the Crips as enemies, all the Crips. Like, if you was a Crip, they weren't tripping on you just because you was a Crip. Now, if you were Chicky 30s, definitely. Because them are main enemies. Now, when the Chickies became Crips, it just intensified it. You know, when the Arapahoe Block 30 Chickies had linked with the Crips and became Crips, it intensified it. And the Odies, you know, got a real big hate for Crips, definitely. Later down the road, they really had some issues and people were dropping. And some Crips died, Odies died. So it's been some bloodshed in history, you know. So at this time, it was common for me to be in the hood. And I would go to my relative's house in the projects. I would go to, you know, my family's house on 2700, where a lot of my family lived. They had properties over there. I would go to Curtis Park projects across the street from the creamery. You know, my grandma lived right there. I would go, you know, to 30th in Arapahoe. Family lived right there. I got family all throughout Odieville because I got my dad's side. He had brothers that had kids that, you know, are from that area. And they they adapted to that aspect of banging, so they became oldies. I got cousins that are oldies. And the reason why I'm even saying that they didn't really have beef with the Crips at that time, because I would be going over there to go visit my relatives, and I would be on foot, bro, and I would be blue ragged up, and I would, have something chunky on the waist. I ain't even tripping. I'm still, always on my toes, but they never tripped over colors. They never tripped because I was just a Crip. I would go over there and be at my auntie's house, and all the oldies would go over there because of my relatives, and they would be chilling over there. Never no trip. Yes, they'd be like, "You a Crip?" And then Cousin Joe would be like, "Yeah, that's my relative. He a rider." And I say, "Yeah, homie, it's Crip, Doucette Block, Brick City Gang." And they'd be like, okay, no trip. I spent over there. I even got money in Odieville. And when I say Odieville, it's just their territory. On the Bruce Randolph on the left side, all Odieville. They kept that neighborhood all oldies, bro. You would go over there and sometimes they strike up the blocks of Odie hoods, Odie bombs, Trey 7, East Side. And it was never, at that time, it was never CKs and all that stuff, bro. To be 100. Never really seen them hit up CK at that time. So it's like 2003 or 2002. It's the summertime. And I'm going to my auntie's house. And sometimes I would go over there to spend the night and just go chill with my cousins. And I'm walking down 37th. Across the street from the Golden Gate. I'm coming from where the Conoco is, and I'm walking down 37th all the way down. Golden Gate's on the left side, and then across the street, there's duplexes. While when I'm walking, bro, there's a U-Haul, and there's like 15 to 20 fools out there. It looked like they were moving into all them duplexes. They were deep. These fools had their shirts off. And I'm walking up the block, and like I said, I'm gangbanging the tire out. They get to looking, and I'm kind of looking because I got something on the way, so I ain't tripping. I'm looking back. They're looking. They got their kids, their girls. And I remember one of them fools say something in Spanish, and I'm just like looking because they're deep. I don't recognize these fools. It's none of my cousins, homies. They're just like some new fools in the east side. I said, "Who are these fools coming to the east side?" I said, "Oh, it's about to be some shit." Because I know the Odies, they're territorial. They are not going to play that. So I go to my auntie's house. My cousin Joe and cousin Marky and them are over there. And I said, "Hey, fool, who's moving to the hood? There's some fools in the hood." And they're like, "Who?" I said, They're moving over there to them duplexes across the street from the Golden Gate." And that Golden Gate was $1 million spot, bro. Fools was getting money right there. So they said, "Oh, for real?" They were like, "Yeah, there was some fools over here, but we didn't think they were moving in." I said, "Yeah, they're over there deep with U-Hauls and all." So Joe and them fools, they call, you know what I'm saying, their homies, and they're talking to their homies. They come over to cousin Joe's house, and they're like, "Yeah, these fools, let's go see who these fools are." I said, "Oh, shit." So them fools team up. They call other homies. They get carloads deep. And they go over to them duplexes. Now, where my auntie live, it's only like a 2-minute walk to them duplexes. And they go over there deep. And they're like 3-4 carloads deep. There's about 20 Odies out there. And they press these fools. And they ask them who they were. Well, the fools are more Spanish than anything. But I remember hearing Quinta. And that was the first time I ever hear Quinta Loma. Quinta. I didn't even know what that was. But obviously, it's a neighborhood. Well, in that process, one of the fools get punched up by the Odie. The fool just punches this fool. Boom. And they're like, no, kid, no, kids in Spanish and shit. So the Odies are tripping. They're like, "This is the east side, homie. You guys can't be over here." And them fools are trying to be defiant. Well, anyways, shit separates, right? And my cousin Joe and them fools are like, "Hey, we're going to be on these fools' helmets. They're talking about they moving in over here." I said, "Who are they?" "They're Quinta Lomas." "What's that?" They're like, "I guess it's a hood or something, but they ain't going to be here for long." I didn't understand what he was saying, that they were going to evict them fools. They were moving them out the hood. They're not staying over there. That's cold-blooded because that's just what happened. So I go to sleep that night, right? I stay over at my auntie's house. I get up the next morning and I'm about to go to the Conoco, and then I'm gonna go catch the bus back to my mom's house. I go outside by them duplexes, bro. I look, and every single building that you could tag up was tagged up with Quintas Lomas shit. They tagged up buildings. They tagged up the tree. They tagged up the wall on the side of the Golden Gate. They tagged up their hood big, bro. Crossed out O's, disrespectful stuff to the Odies. And on top of that, they got on stop signs crossing out the O's. I said, oh, hell nah, bro. What the hell? They tagged up everything, bro. I'm talking about they went all throughout the Odie radius, the Ville over there, and they crossed out every O on the stop signs, hitting up walls. Bro, they bombed the shit out of the Odie's territory. I said, oh, these fools asked for a death wish. So I leave. I leave. Later that afternoon, I called my cousin Joe, like, I'm going to go back over there. There's some money over there, because there was money over there. He was like, don't come over here, bro. It's about to go down. So all of a sudden, I said, what the hell? I said, what happened? I said, did you see all that shit that was tagged up in the east over there? They were like, yeah, they bombed up all that shit. They were like, we're about to get these fools out the east side. Then all of a sudden, I'm in the projects of Curtis Park. I start hearing sirens, bro. I start hearing sirens creep over. That whole block got Swiss cheesed up. That night when I'm at my Grandma Mary's in the projects, you started hearing cops go over there. And I said, oh, damn, what's happening in the hood? They go over there, bro. They Swiss cheese that whole complex up. Then after that, every night, bro, they were not easing up off the Quintas. They were on foot tripping. They were hitting the block every night on the Quintas, bro, to the point the Quintas' life was so in danger. These fools, they were only there for 3 weeks, and it was enough. These fools left the hood. They left the east side. They didn't even take their belongings, bro. Them Odies, they applied so much pressure. 3 weeks. I don't know if they signed the lease, but they ended that lease quick, homie. And them Odies got them fools out of the hood, you know. So yeah, man, that's a story. It was an active time over there, bro. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Joe and them fools, they were tripping over that. But that's what happens when you try to move in somebody's hood, and then you start doing disrespectful stuff. So, my salute to the riders. You know what it is. Let's go.